I had to sneeze. Guess not. What's up, Jesse? What's wrong with the dog? Yeah, I tried a couple of things. It's a 3 to 1. 3 to 1 ratio right now. Not great. Not great. But game's not over yet. I won't let it be over. There's also just a lot of damn good stuff to see. I think 22 insights mined out of this game so far shows just how rich with fun ideas it is. And 65 deaths just shows how stubborn I am. All right. Okay, so we are most of the way through the DLC right now. That's where we pick up. And I need to go to all the question mark places, which are going to be back this way. Right? Right. Look at me using a map. I've learned.
Director Faden.
Oh, I thought there was something. I thought she had something to say, but no. Okay. This is the cave bleed, and there's going to be something. Hey, there we go. How do we get there? That's way up there. That's unpleasant. That's unpleasant. Just trying to solve a puzzle. Hey, Jeff. Missed the other streams. What's the coolest, favorite thing that stood out in terms of insight so far? That's tough. So there've been a lot more in this game. Well, it could just be because I'm counting a lot more diligently, and I've played this one so long. I think that the way that this game approaches lore and the game's equivalent of magic items is actually like really interesting and super replicatable in D&D. So what I mean by that is that like items, effectively all of the magic, if you want to call it that, all of the supernatural X-Men style powers in this game come from basically like items of lore, items of legend, and in some cases they're really weird. Almost in every case they're weird. Like there's an ashtray that makes mazes. There's a slide projector that creates dimensional rifts. There's a the service weapon gives you control over this extra dimensional space, but it's a gun. So there's just dozens of really creative magic item ideas in here, and they build up the lore around each of them by having these reports you can find. Like you could, it's all very directly translatable to D&D in a way that makes me honestly more excited about creating and building up excitement around magic items more than I have in the past. Like I've always been, like I'm interested in magic items as much as anybody, right? I put them in my game for sure, but I don't necessarily think about, I can't say that I've thought about, like, I've never thought the way that this game does about building up the lore around them and the hype to find them, and then letting them really enhance the game the way that they do in this game. I think that's kind of a catch-all because there's like 4 or 5 things embedded in that, but I think there's a lot to take from this game and how they do that. What's up, Construct? They really did. Like, I've never played a game that hit that mark so well. And it's fun. It's fun being 11. Okay. That was almost another close call. Or I guess that was another close call. It's okay though. We're all good. Hey, Capuchon. But my negative insight, and maybe this just goes to show how I like what I want to manage and what I expect players to manage in a game. I really don't like the leveling up. Like I like the idea of leveling up Jesse in this game. I don't like how much they make you manage it. God, it's so annoying. The way they're having a lot of unexplained, like with the picture box lore scratches the mystery. Yeah, it's like this. Like I love Remedy games. I've been playing Remedy since more than a decade ago when I first played Max Payne. I've always loved their style and their willingness or their eagerness to combine like video games and like real motion, like actual video, and insert that into the world and sort of embrace the silliness of that. This is their like by far their best written game, and I thought when I replayed Alan Wake, I was like, dang, this is pretty well written. This is just a notch above in my mind. How the heck do I get up there? How do I do it? Maybe I can't. Wait, where does it want me to go? Maybe I should have looked at where I'm supposed to go. Maintenance, put a record, links, the nail. Research, reach research site gamma. Oh. Okay. I guess I'm not supposed to do that yet, that's why. Oh yeah, SCP, like, probably gonna undersell it, but it's basically like, I think, didn't it kind of grow out of like copy pasta stuff and then kind of got its own wiki, and yeah, I mean, I'm probably not respecting, but it's a bunch of like urban legends and like what ifs and like alternate reality type of stuff that people have just been having fun with for years. It is a product of internet culture. That's what we'll say about that. For good and for bad. Thanks, Jesse. Oh, and I bet T could actually give you a pretty good history. For some reason, I think T is pretty aware of SCP stuff. Grew into several thousand. Yeah. And the nature of it, it's a lot like this game, where its nature sort of allows you to graft onto it, like, oh, backroom stuff, or oh, Slenderman, or oh, everything can just be a part of the world, kind of like they've done in this game. Speaking of, Mr. Wilder, I have some bad news. You remember that Robert Ricardo fellow we brought in as a special consultant to map the lower caves? Well, today he found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of the walls and a strange black pillar in the center. Kind of looks like the one at the crossroads, but smaller. Cat hair everywhere. We had a bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened in there did a number on our guess. The docs are taking a look, but it's pretty clear Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. I know we were careful to limit the guy's exposure to the non-ordinary. Drugging him and carrying him through the upper floor was a real hoot, by the way, but we really need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. Honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in repelling and orienteering than subjecting more outsiders to the shit we deal with. They almost always end up dead or loony. I wish there was a date on that. I wonder how long ago in the Bureau's history that happened. What's up, Sebastian? That's true, Jesse. That's accurate. That's real. That's actually true. Weird. I actually don't know how to... How do I progress? Don't think I can. Gotta find another way. Shield boost plus. Shield boost plus. See, that's what I'm talking about with like the health of 32. Okay, so which one of these? Health. Health of 36. But it's very annoying having to manage all of this. I don't like it. don't think so. Oh. I think I know what that's for. The VHS cassette tape. This item's creation is the source of much research and debate. It was a product of the Bureau's first attempts to film Entity A001 during Operation Shallow Tide. New dentist offered. Oh, I suppose so. I mean, if that was something I wanted, I don't think I'd be opposed to it. An agent was able to conceal themselves in an area frequented by Audie, at which point they began filming. Wait. At which point the agent reported that the video camera showed no signs of disturbance during the filming. Later, when reviewing the footage, the research staff became mesmerized by its altered effect. Measures were taken and altered evaluation began. Never before have Bureau personnel been so closely involved in the creation of an altered item. The experiment was quickly replicated, although not with the same results. The footage was simply useless in every subsequent attempt. This event spawned a great debate as to whether altered items are created by paranatural entities, intentionally or otherwise. Similar experiments were prohibited soon after. See the Ash Act for details, as the creation of altered materials was deemed an action the Bureau should not engage in. Okay, so Audie was around in 78. Not surprised, but maybe he just doesn't want to be recorded. Maybe it doesn't want to be recorded. Huh. Can't get in there. Really just want to get to a focal point. Okay, I'm here. Is this where I needed to even go? Was I even right? Oh, that wasn't even... Complete the ritual in the deep cavern. That wasn't even right. Deep cavern. What the hell is the deep cavern? Chasm cave. It's got to be up there. Yeah. This one.
Marshall blew up the nail? What the hell was she thinking?
Let's find out.
The hiss got in. The Foundation is overrun. I was out of time and out of options. I took all the C4 I could get my hands on and strapped it to the nail. Boom. A desperate move, but it's better off in pieces than in enemy hands. Trench wouldn't be thrilled. He always said how vital the nail was, how it was the Bureau's duty to protect it. Bullshit. Those years spent in the director's chair warped his priorities. In the end, he valued order over people, the advice of invisible voices over that of old friends. He lost sight of who he was. The board made sure of that. But I did my duty. The hiss can't corrupt a pile of smoking rubble. My last act as head of operations. I'm done. At least I could take those bastards down with me.
Crane. Oh. He's a not-so-dwarf kitty named Crane. He says, take a break and love. I don't know if you can see her. Let me see if I can. So loud, so noisy, so loud. Oh no. Oh, that was absolutely a crane inflicted. I'll take the death anyway. He's my cat. Be better once you get a resin printer. No, I do blame him. Maybe he just wants to sit right where he is. And that's okay. He could go to the bed. I don't know why. Oh, cats. Come here. Come here. Look, the bed, the bed, the bed. I think he's just going to be... He's just being a terrorist, basically. No other way to describe it. Would you... Enough. Enough. There, I think he's bored. kind of nice to see that big ball of awful energy attack the hiss. That is kind of fun. Is it their YouTube now? Is that it? I mean, maybe. I think personally, I don't think I've never found a way to make it very satisfying to have like other forces fighting against, like the way that scene just was with, and it's happened a few times even though the game doesn't really highlight it too much, but like different factions fighting other factions in the same scene. I think it could be done. I think I would just have to think about it and experiment a bit. I've never tried very hard to make it work, but I think it's a valid concept. It's always neat in games that do it. I can remember, you know, Half-Life. That was one of the coolest aspects of that game, is seeing aliens fighting the military, you know. So it'd be worth giving that a shot. Jesse, it's all fun and games until YouTube doesn't let you change your name back again.
Director Faden here. Dispatch a ranger to this location.
How? Where's the ranger supposed to come from, Jesse? Oh, just the dark? Okay. Hey, I'm in this place I've never been to before. Manifest.
Reinforcements are here.
Yeah. That's how often you can change your, so you gotta make it count. Oh, general, really? Okay. See, I just read that as like generally Jesse. It's general Jesse, not specific Jesse. That's right. I wouldn't give for a flashlight. Okay, so that. No, literally. Literally. Here.
All right, this is the last one.
Tis.
I can't believe Marshall's brilliant plan was to blow up the nail. And she thought I wasn't ready.
I'm not sure we fully understand everything. Probably can't understand it. So obnoxious. Okay. Thank you. Okay, as frustrating as that was, imagine a puzzle built around initiative where things are coming, like, you're both fixing something that's regenerating, coming back at a different rhythm, so you have to figure out kind of the order. That'd be an interesting way to use initiative. As long as you're using initiative, but like making clear what the party could do, because if you got too creative with it, that could also spell chaos, but I do like that idea.
There. Easy as pie.
Fuck. But that's the last one. I fixed it, didn't I?
Is that the former that we're dealing with? Oh. Look over here. It's like a whole spine. It's gross.
Oh, thank God. What the hell was all that?
Things should be better now, not worse. Emily will know. I
Oh.
hope.
Gotta go talk to Emily. Okay. Back in the... Alright, so I'm not leaving anything question marked. So if I go back through here, I should be able to get to a fast travel. Enraged ammo refund. Managing inventory stuff is not fun. Especially when I press the wrong buttons. Right. This is where I was. All right. Oops, 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 oops. Really? Okay. You're really annoying me now, game. Go there. Oops, all soups. Guys, this whole thing has really just been a means for which I can actually launch my dream soup restaurant. We build up that name recognition. Get you guys passionate about it.
Files in Dr. Darling's office. I'd have to dig through the archives for the rest, but I'm not going through.
I like how she's just still keeping her office. Doesn't she have like a whole department to work from now? She's like, I'm just gonna stay in the boardroom. That's right. Gotta start somewhere. You gotta start filling that bowl before you have a full bowl. That's what they say.
I've looked through the docs we found in Dimensional Research. That slide projector is extremely powerful.
Uh-huh.
You were right to shut it down.
Well, I've got a bureau to run. See you soon.
That's so obnoxious.
Yes, ma'am, Director Faden.
We're gonna
Please,
speak.
Emily.
We have to speak to her, but not in there. We have to speak to her at the crossroads. Is she actually there? Maybe it's through like a speaker thing. Stupid. It's DLC. I get that they probably didn't account for every single scenario. Ley lines. For all my research into the oldest house ley lines, I still don't understand why they converge here at the base of this pillar. I suppose the simplest reason is that they have to converge somewhere. Occam's razor and all that, but that seems wrong. The esoteric world abhors coincidence. So what is the true relationship between this pillar and the ley lines? Does it act as a magnet, attracting them polar north? Or is the pillar a product of their focus energies, a sprout, nourished by the constant flow of the oldest house power? Perhaps classifying that power would provide some insight. However, we currently have no means of measuring or quantifying it. Given time, it may become possible to collect and even harness this energy. On that note, Northmore is bringing in the much-lauded Dr. Gustav Wagner from headquarters in D.C. to aid my research. I suppose this is his way of saying he doesn't trust me to work unsupervised. Let's just hope Dr. Wagner is as smart as he is clearly as his dearly departed Führer once believed him to be. Yikes. Astral mimics are physically indistinguishable from astral copies, but considerably more dangerous due to the fact that they possess para-utilitarian abilities. The most notable ability witnessed is levitation. It is unknown how this astral entity gained its paranatural abilities. The relevant objects of power are currently bound to Director Faden, which indicates the objects are not responsible. However, objects of power are intrinsically linked to the board and the astral plane. A similar link between the objects and the mimics could also exist, or perhaps the board is able to dispense these abilities at their leisure with no trial in the astral plane required. The prevailing theory, however, is that the entities are simply replicating observed abilities performed by the Hiss, or even the director herself, thanks to a prolonged exposure to our world caused by the astral bleed. Refer to Bonk for full report. Astral spikes are metastructural entities found in the astral plane. Their existence was first confirmed when a single spike traveled into our dimension through the mind of an astronaut. See Report Bonk for details regarding Agent Gibson. Astral spikes seem to exist beyond our dimension's physical laws. They do not represent any living creature or animate object as yet encountered. They are even dissimilar to astral copies, despite the fact that both originate from the astral plane. Yeah, so many attunement slots, Jeff. Can I help you? You good? Weirdo. Attunement slots is actually a really good point, though, because so many of the types of things that we gain from this, from like Jesse's abilities, would effectively map to something that's probably attuned. So yeah, so that to me, following up on these ideas would probably require something clever tying into attunement slots or expanding on it in some way, which could be kind of cool. I mean, either just like something that's a bit more hot swappable. Attunement slots that usually like you need at least a short rest, if not a long rest, I think, to change out attunement slots. Something to think about. Spikes are immensely dangerous, emitting a wavelength that disrupts all organic and inorganic matter in their immediate vicinity. Yeah. Because you sort of, it's fun to collect. The collecting of more abilities I have to really think about that, because you could sort of like you could sort of treat it like a skill tree, right? Where, you know, you only have so many slots, but you're able to sort of upgrade them and add additional abilities that way. Maybe they just add attunement slots. Maybe that's just a thing that you can do. Like, how interesting would it be to kind of without I won't say warning, but like, what a fun surprise for a player to find out that you just gain an attunement slot every time you find one of these items. Like, you'd be trying to find as many items as you can.
The astral bleed should have stopped.
Look, it has stopped. The nail is repaired. But we have a new problem. My analysis of the nail indicates that it is literally a piece of the astral plane. Or possibly a vessel containing the astral plane. Or both. Either way, right now both dimensions are vibrating at completely incompatible frequencies. The spatial friction they are generating is incalculable. It's going to destroy both planes.
I messed this all up. Maybe Marshall was right to destroy the nail. I should have left it in pieces.
No, then the astral plane would still be leaking in. Sometimes there's no right answer, Jesse. We need more information.
No. I need to fix this now. I'll figure something out.
No, we should really make a plan. The tremors are originating from directly below us, but we don't know what...
Perfect. I'll head down and take care of whatever's going on. Just do what you can from here.
Jesse, you can't just...
I have to, Emily. I'm the director. This is on me.
Super cool. Objects of power seem to have a will.
See? I told you we were gonna die down here.
Bureau researchers, do not panic, Dr. Saba. Keep monitoring those tremors and get me some actionable data.
It would make for an interesting little campaign to like to not even address it, like, yeah, you can pick up this, yeah, you pick up this, and this has an ability, this extra thing is it gives you an extra attunement slot, and then people just start adding to it, and there'd be some sort of wear and tear, maybe leading to more harm than good, and you actually kind of get to go Omega. That could be a fun campaign.
Jesse, you're back. So did you find anything noteworthy? The original Bureau expedition down here left so much interesting stuff behind.
Like their ID cards.
Oh, yeah.
I picked up a weird one. It's pretty old.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, I found a few ID cards myself. Or, more accurately, the Rangers found them for me.
Are you starting a collection?
I'm going for the whole set. I kid, of course. But I suppose they are sort of like baseball cards, except for Bureau stuff from the 60s. Hey, the one you found is different than mine. It looks like it's a higher clearance level.
A rare one, then. Want to keep it, Emily?
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I think you should hang on to it for now. High clearance access might come in handy.
Sounds like you have something in mind.
Guilty. See, I've been going through Dr. Ash's notes, or the ones I can find, anyway. Like Darling, he seemed to enjoy hiding his most relevant research. From what I gather, there is another floor beneath the warehouse with a special lab that requires 5 high-level staff members just to access. Here, take this. It's an old skeleton key. Something else the Rangers found. I give them $5 for every useful trinket they bring me.
I'm gonna assume this key is my ticket to that lower floor. And that super secret lab you mentioned.
Bingo bango, as Dr. Darling used to say. Well, keep your eyes peeled for more ID cards around the warehouse. If Ash's notes are reliable, and I'm sure they are, then 5 is the magic number.
Okay. Good to know. And I found, it looks like 3 of them. Well, yeah, we're going down here.
I hope I know what I'm doing. That was just the top of the nail? How much deeper does the foundation go?
Unmapped area in the lower crossroads. Let's go.
The crystals are growing like crazy here. It's almost like they're trying to stop me.
Damn it.
When Marshall blew up the nail, the board attacked her. I don't fucking like it.
Fingers crossed. How embarrassing. Truly.
I tried to get out after the detonation, but the astral spike came out of nowhere. I escaped, but my HRA was damaged. I'd bet a year's salary the board sent it. We never did see eye to eye. They have too much control over Trench, the Bureau, the House. They make themselves part of every important process. Nothing a little C4 can't fix. 2 birds, 1 bomb. Christ, what a mess. But I stopped the hiss. I did it. If Faden did her part, then the Bureau is safe. Until the next thing. Jesse has good reason to hate the Bureau. But that could be what we need right now. She won't follow the same path. Won't fall into the same traps. She'll lead her way. So, Director Faden, here's my last lesson. You can't save everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody else hears the house. Their ears are too full of lies. We were shown the way inside so we could help. But all we've done is fall victim to the same parasite. I should have seen the web earlier. The strands between Northmore, the pillar, the gun, the id. What hope did we have? Thrown into this conflict beyond our comprehension. I've decided to rejoin the Bureau in the upper levels, to end my long absence spent in the Foundation. Northmore will be angry at me for disobeying him. That's just his way. But I don't care. I need to remain in the oldest house to help however I can. I doubt I can steer the Bureau back on the right course, but I have to try. How did I go so long without a purpose? Without devotion? I can hardly remember how it felt. I realize how grateful I am to Father for setting me on this path. I wish I could tell him that.
I really thought we were going to find Ash somewhere down here.
Director Faden here. Dispatch a ranger to this location.
Okay.
It's an honor, Director.
Sure. Oh boy, I recognize. I think I recognize. Oh. What are you doing?
Marshall? You're alive.
Soon you will no longer recognize us, or yourself, or him, or her, or them. Family is dead. The walls are broken, but yellow and red in the eye.
God damn it.
Inverted is made right.
You fuckers take everything. I am not letting you take this.
You've always been the new you. You want this to be true.
Where'd she go? Wow, okay, okay. I thought I was going well. Not so well. Now I wish I would have, maybe I'll get a chance to upgrade. Yeah, let's upgrade. Oh man, what can I upgrade? Shield? Should probably use my shield. Punch the ground. Let's see, so we've got 3 there. Shield rush. While holding shield, use evade to rush at enemies and knock them back. Or 30% more shield strength. Kind of like the shield rush. Let's give that a shot. What about over here? Spin, shatter, pierce, charge. Mod 0 to 5, 0 to everything. Okay. Hey, John. Well, thanks for saying hi. Hi back. Just about to fight probably the boss of this first DLC. Wrap this thing up. If I can win, we'll see. What got me. Whoa. Ouch. Could you? That sniper. Thanks, Construct, for the fresh links. It's red on red with shades of auburn and more red. It's kind of true. God, I was doing so well. That was so close. So close. Hey, Sector. Whoa, whoa. Oh no. No, no, no. Can I get, how do I, none. Oh. Give myself a little cooldown. That's weird. Doesn't help me anything, because I can't really, Oh, I'm good. Can't complain. Come on. Man, I have to be so careful with my health. These waves of red hiss. Honestly, these patches of spikes where I have to does that even hurt her? Cleanse the nail in D.
Marshall came down here to stop this. I should have been with her. I could have saved her.
No,
But I could
Marshall.
still save everyone else.
Marshall did this on her own. Marshall was just. The foundation is stable. We hope you will improve your attitude. Hey,
Fuck you too.
that's right.
Oh, I'll be sure to.
Agreed,
Let's play
Jesse.
it smart. They don't need to know I'm onto them. Not yet, anyway.
Board as snippy as Jesse. Or Jesse at least is willing to return it, which is nice. Just checking these little caverns to see if there's anything of use. I don't think so. Big boss fight done. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did I not? Yeah, it's unmapped, but it's interesting. The angle was over here. Yeah. It is. Wasn't it? Can I not go through here anymore? Is there a new? I just totally missed the They're like, what? Hey, idiot! Why'd you walk by the? How the heck can I return to the crossroads? Not through that way. Is it over here? Do I follow the light? I do. I know, flashlight would be so nice. What a novel, like, object of power. It's literally it's a it's a flashlight. Oh no.
The nail is secure.
Okay.
The hiss can't touch it. I can't undo the astral bleeding in the foundation, but at least it's stopped.
Along with the seismic activity. You did it, Jesse. Did you ever find Marshall?
Yes.
I did. She's gone. She died thinking she'd save the Bureau. Not a bad way to go.
She died of hubris.
I wasn't ready for this crisis. I didn't even see it coming. But I promise I'll be ready for the next one. I mean, what good is a director who can't hold her bureau together?
I like the perspective shift. That ties into what they were saying earlier. It's a nice narrative tie. So the game, this is DLC. This is one of 2 DLCs. So the game's sort of a combination of a bunch of different ideas, but essentially the Bureau of Control it's kind of like an X-Files or like a Fringe division, if you ever watched that show Fringe.
I thought I know how to handle things, now that I'm the director. Clearly, it's not that simple. I need to choose a direction for the Bureau. It should be one that serves our goals, not the board's. Whatever those are. I need to lead my way.
Cool. More abilities. What can I do? Shield. I never use shield. I never even think to use it. Seize. Yeah, I'll seize 2. Yeah, it's a lot of mysteries. It's a lot of the Bureau of Control sort of acts like a sort of a Man in Black you know, sort of whatever agency is behind like Area 51, right? Like they operate in secret and they investigate anomalies. They're usually tied to locations or to objects, and they basically contain the objects in their bureau. The fascinating thing about their sort of government building, which they do kind of cop to that. They are a government agency. They're just way down in a line item that nobody remembers them. The bureau building itself in New York City basically acts kind of like the house in House of Leaves, where like the inside is larger than the outside, and a little bit like the Feywild, where unless you're trying to go to the bureau, you can't find it. So they've got these sort of like baked in hidden elements, and so and the whole place can shift. Like this is technically inside of the building because the astral plane is connected to. It's called the Oldest House. Is the building that they've sort of co-opted and they work from. So it's just full of all of these really interesting ideas and tons and tons and tons and tons of questions that I find to be clearly 30 hours in or whatever, a really addicting gameplay loop. That'd be my best summary, I think, that I can give. And if it's a game that seems like you would enjoy it, certainly don't let me spoil anything for you. I would recommend it. And I've died 70 times and found 25 awesome big ideas. So somewhere in here are ID cards that I missed. Which is a very annoying thing to have to search for because I am pretty damn diligent when it comes to finding folders and pieces of paper and things that I can action on. So the idea that I went through this section and didn't find some stuff. What is going on here? What does that do? Makes me think I need to turn on power or something, but I think it has power. So, I've been through these buildings. In fact, I think this is where I found the ID cards that I found. Hey, you have names. Maybe you'll leave behind the cards? Powering back up. I want to power back up before you kill me to death. Since they both have names, I wonder if they have ID cards. Like that would make them more difficult enemies. What triggers you? Ouch. See a sector. If I can just focus on one of them at a time, that would be great. Really, one hit? That's where we are? One hit? I guess I could check. I didn't check whether I have they just don't want to let me upgrade. It's only a 2 damage boost plus 3 1. Damage after kills, damage after kills, damage while aiming. Headshot damage. Spin, grip, shatter, and pierce. That ends up being a lot of headshot damage. Would you believe that another game, this is, not only did I get wiped out of my Monday game last week, this week, both games that I run got canceled. I'm devastated. What will I ever do with myself? Do you think they even like me anymore? Yes. That's all it is. It happens. Okay, let's try this loadout. Let's try maybe. Maybe if I can just headshot the crap out of this guy. Oh good, you're both here. Nice, that's good, that's good. Yes, I want it. Alright, see you, Construct. Good luck. Ugh. If your health is low, use shield. That's an idea. Ooh, I like the big objects. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Seriously? Jeez. Owie. See how many deaths I can rack up in like 5 minutes. you're gonna spawn. Why aren't you spawning? I know you want to spawn. Where are you? So confused. Come on. Man, they shield up so much stronger than... Wow. I don't know about this. How do I... Okay, I've got to change... Okay, I've got to change the dynamic. Jeff Blay, you started DMing your first campaign last month and so far been able to meet every week besides one player dropping last minute. That's awesome. I mean, to be clear, I'm not frustrated with my players or anything. Like, sometimes it's got to be me, sometimes it's got to be them. You know, it's just how it goes. It's just what it is. This is not so bad. Makes the fight more tedious, but a hell of a lot more manageable. If I can just hit some headshots. What's up, Noel? Yeah. Efficiency, evade ammo. Those guys sure seemed like they should have been tied to these ID cards because they had names and everything. Let's see.
28 days now spent inside what we're calling the oldest house. Once more insists on it. Tired to ask why.
So the space, the warehouse is so massive, but all the things that I found were tied to these structures. So more of them have to be places that I couldn't access before, like in here. Okay, these things. Okay. I don't remember if I could do this before. Oh, come on. 2 cards? 1 card?
Another one of those ID cards.
There's one
Security
left.
chief.
Melee health boost. Oh, maybe? No. Meteor Hill, AWE 3. Per archival mandates 8.a, this document has been edited to meet current administrative standards. It's 1958. Certain terminology may be out of date. The paradimensional occurrence consisted of 3 sequential sinkholes induced by subterranean implosions revealing foreign material of magmatic qualities. A local chapter of the Youth Science League was participating in an archaeological dig on the hill when the event occurred. Many boys were injured in the resulting collapse. Some touched the magma directly. Bureau agents arrived at the scene 7 days after the incident. Samples of the lava-like material were taken. The area was quickly sealed off from the public at our recommendation. Our aim was to ensure all remnants of the material were rendered inoffensive, but the magma descended too deeply into the earth to retrieve. Foul-smelling odors were detected in the area, which were hypothesized being the dissipated elements vapor trail left at the scene. All acquired material was delivered to Washington for examination in the Bureau's on-site laboratories. That was in Washington State. Okay. Got upper tunnel access, power core storage. Okay. So this was good. So the last one. I don't think there's anything up there. Okay, so far I think they've all been in this area. Which kind of makes me not want to leave it. Suggest that I'll probably find there's a door down here that I couldn't open, but I still can't open. Wait, is there a lower level? There is a lower level. How do I get to that? Oh. Stupid. Easy.
This ID card was for an excavation engineer. Why did so many people abandon their cards down here?
Dr. Ash. As Chief Excavation Officer, it's my job to support the research team, so I got you your machine for that ridiculous sand research project. However, it's also my responsibility to ensure the safety of my crew. Do you know how many trips it took to get an entire bulldozer down here piece by piece? Do you know how many of my guys we lost in these trips? Here's a hint, too fucking many. Which brings me to my point. I'm writing you today because of this request form that just landed on my desk. Apparently, you want a lightweight 1 or 2 man military-grade helicopter for the purpose of surveying the vast expanse of columns by air. I bet you don't even stop to wonder how much time, effort, money, and blood this toy would cost us. Well, no, sir. I am sorry, but I will not subject my men to another month of marching through that death trap upstairs. For Christ's sake, these people have families. Not that they ever get to see them anymore. Request denied. I never even thought about that. Like, I definitely saw, like, wow, they have, like, bulldozers.
And the layer of dust on this place, nobody's swept here in years. Not even Ati. No way he'd stand for this.
That's true.
There's an elevator, which I'm sure is super safe, and a space in each terminal for an ID card. Which card goes where?
Oh, I'm just, like, randomly putting them. Maybe it matters which one goes where. I think it does matter which one goes where. Okay, well, that's fine. So, when I come back tonight, we will solve the mystery of which order to put in the ID cards to access this elevator and go down. Because there's definitely more down there. There's always more down. More down, down, down. It sounds like there's monsters. So, cool. Thanks, everybody. Quick one, but no D&D tonight, so I'll be here again later if you want to hang out. See if I can get a little bit closer been maintaining basically a 3-to-1 death and insight ratio. So, or 3-to-1. See if I can maybe get to like a 50-50, because there's still some interesting stuff. I haven't even touched the Alan Wake DLC in here, so big stuff coming. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go see the family, get some food, and I'll be back on in a few hours. Take it easy.